Oh, hey, I would like to start the show by announcing to all the world that our booklet, the Get Over Yourself Handbook on Cheating and Betrayal, is now available. Hooray!
Yay! You should get one and get your life started.
That's right.
It's
get
just
it
life. It started. Change it. It's
now,
about time.
Mia,
and it's springtime. Yay!
And it's springtime. Now, it happens to be raining like crazy outside here in Northern California.
Raining is good. We need the cleaning up, But it's springtime. It's the time to everything start fresh again.
Mia, I'm going to be saying a little bit more about the book at the end of the show, okay? But just to conclude, I'm really happy we finally got it out, and I think people are really going to get a lot out of it, don't you?
Well, everything that's available to all of us, it's up to us what we're going to get and what we're not going to get. I think the difference between our book and other books is just simplicity in language, people be able to understand, think a little bit about it. Even though it might all sound simple, we have done a lot of research and we put a lot of thought into it.
Yes, we have.
It's not an easy issue for anybody to deal with, betrayal. We all want to think about good things in life, but we all go through that. Every person in life has been betrayed in a relationship, in a friendship, whatever it might be, And the best way is just to turn around. Don't hold to that feelings forever. They won't do you any good.
Well, now we're going to get into this, believe me, because that is the essence of our book. And as we like to do is we like to pull the essence of our philosophy and smack it over all the problems that we're going to face. But let us begin today's show, my love, with a theme that I think is very interesting. And this is kind of the opposite of what I've been dealing with the last few shows. And that is falling out of love or losing the desire you once had for the person you're with. Now, I say this because several weeks ago I overheard a man at a men's conference that I attended who was complaining about feeling nothing for his wife, yet staying together for the good of their children. He painted a really sad picture of two people just kind of going through the motions year after year. And, it struck me that we talk a lot about situations that are challenging, to say the least, betrayals and losing your trust for your partner and all that, but we really haven't touched on things like how do you stay in a loveless relationship, and really, should you? Now, before you answer that, I know people often feel forced to stay together for their children, but I'm wondering if that really is the best thing for the kids. I mean, if the parents are not sharing love with each other, the kids will feel and see that, won't they? Isn't it better then that they not be exposed to that?
Well, of course, there's many issues. It's not, black and white. One thing is, you might not be very loving to each other, but you treat your kids well. If you're able to masquerade, so to speak, and treat your kids in a decent way. Because, a lot of times with a divorce, you end up losing homes. The woman meet a new man, or even a guy, and there's a lot of change involved. That a lot of times the kids will suffer more. I think it's a very individual case.
Clearly.
We cannot generalize this one. If you can be with somebody for the kids, of course you might be miserable, but you might be able to, be friended with your person, with your spouse, whatever might be your partner. And you might be able to, keep a relationship outside of the marriage and keep the kids at least until a certain age. There is a dangers of, if the kids are very small, it's easy to get divorced. But when you get to that early teenager phase, a lot of children suffer a lot.
With a divorce?
They are used to see two people together. A father and a mother supporting, and I think it's important to have both in a house. It's so much work to raise children.
Of course, but is it...
Well, the question is, like I'm saying, it depends how you are dealing with the situation. Of course, if you're fighting and screaming on top of each other, and now the kids seeing it's violence, suffering, of course that energy is not good to anybody. So in that case, get a divorce.
Yeah, but even when people are just going through the motions and kind of faking it, right?
Well, they're
Isn't that a really uncomfortable situation for everybody? And can't the kids feel that? And don't they know that something is... we don't have that problem in our relationship, obviously. So we haven't experienced it.
Just think about it. If the kids are feeling and suffering, I would say split. But sometimes people are able to cover. They are able to let the kids not feel so much.